Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Hector, episode 3. Let's continue the game. So we've kind of started the third and probably final section of the game, but not a lot has changed except for this guy. We can go to the clock tower, and that's what we need to get into to stop the things, the bad explosion from happening. But this is the new ringtone at the musical banner.
The answer was staring me in the face the whole time.
Now let's talk to this guy and see if we can get this number 1 off of him.
A tad heartbreaking, but on the upside, at least I can't see his face. Oh, there, Bernard. Can't win them all. Good, look at me. I'm gorgeous.
So, can I try and talk to him again?
You know, you're rather beautiful when you're angry. Oh, God. Please don't be horrid. It's true. Your tears are like morning dew on a ladybird's backside. No.
Am I supposed to just keep talking to this guy like this?
Go on, sunshine. Put on a happy face. Why should I? Everyone's beautiful when they've got a smile on. Why, even you. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to accomplish anything.
There, Bernard. Can't win them all.
We've gone full circle.
Don't look at me. I'm gorgeous.
Let's move on to the regurgitator.
It's a blues riff in B. Watch me for the changes and try to keep up.
So we've got the regurgitator and the enormous underpants. Can we do anything with the enormous underpants? Stretch it somehow?
Stretchy.
Look at behind the regurgitator.
Never trust a bush in this town.
Let's double check and maybe get some drugs.
Never trust a bush in this town. Never trust.
But yeah, there's nothing happening there. I need some other element or item. So we move on further. And I see no reason to really talk to Blind Alley. I see no reason to talk to Filthy Rich. Let's move on. I think we've done everything here. And then we have Sniper Salesman. And the cakes with the tools baked in.
I'm not even that hungry.
Then off to the toilets. We've got nothing here. And see, we now have this map where we can wander faster.
That one was called Yo-ho, that baby ain't mine. We're gonna take a little break, but we'll be back in a while. So, don't nobody go nowhere.
But see, as soon as I came here, we have the discarded number now that wasn't here the first time. So there very well may have been events that occurred in the other scenes. I might as well have just walked backwards to them. Let's pick this up.
Poor old Bernard Whitley. He may not be number 1 anymore, but he should stand proud knowing he's got a face like a number 2.
So we use this with this. Now there's the number 1 in it.
Envelope with the number 1 inside.
Now let's just go right back to the toilets and see if they triggered anything new. No, we didn't, and we probably didn't for any of these scenes, but I might as well have walked back and forth. Doesn't take that long to walk across a scene like this. Very arguably, there's some problems with scale in this game. But it's really just a misuse of scenes. there should be multiple things on a screen. Things that are actually useful and part of the solution. I just don't think any of this is. And there's several items I can see that make me feel like there's more puzzles, but it seems so linear right now. We've got to go win the car, and I wouldn't be surprised if by winning the car I run down the door, and by running down the door the door to the clock tower, that is, then I find 3 new items or 4 new items in the clock tower that I have to come back and use with the rest of the things that are sitting around. Or it could be we just end the game and there's like 5 elements in the game that you can't ever even pick up. It's just red herrings.
Make a guess and win this car.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a guess of 1.
I want to make another guess. Shoot.
1.
1. That's it. 1.
Your guess is 1?
Yes. 1.
If this contest wasn't free, I'd say you were throwing your money away. Oh well, it's your funeral. Right. 1 it is. Just don't picture yourself driving this sweet ride into the sunset.
That's okay. I'm too busy picturing myself driving this sweet ride into a city landmark.
So now we give this to him.
Beans in a beanie, beans in a beanie.
Hey, mister, while you was over there thinking about ponies, an officious-looking prig dressed in a suit
I didn't
just
even
like
have to
yours
distract
put
the
that on
guy.
screen. Eh?
Oh, it's the envelope. How did I miss him?
Probably because you're a gullible twat with an arse for a chin.
Gather round, people. It's the
He
merriment
talked
you've
over
all
the
been
character, that's
loitering around
silly.
for. The official golden envelope has arrived. This envelope contains the number of beans packed into this here vintage 1965 beanie. Some lucky lad or lassie at the fair will be driving home.
There's the
in this
masseuse from the
British
second
classic.
episode.
The grand total of beans in this automobile is...
Masseuse / prostitute.
1. 1 bean? How can that be? I've got more than 1 bean stuck between my teeth. Well, it came out of a golden envelope, so it must be true. Now, did anyone here say 1?
Oh, it's me! I've won the car! This is the happiest moment of my entire day.
Oh, well done, you. What a stroke of good luck.
Most men only dream of winning a beanie, and here I am, living the dream.
There's a knack to opening the driver's door. Hold the button in and give the handle a good yank.
So I probably can't see anything. And he ran over the old guy. That was kind of funny,
What the
but not
beans in the
really.
petrol tank too? Could that even happen?
They didn't really set up the guy to be rude enough for it to be justified to hit him with a car.
I'm getting to like the taste of floor. Gets better every time, like caviar or urine. Did I say urine? I meant Valialand cider. Right, where's this tosspot then?
So we've got a shiny padlock on this,
Shiny new padlock. Gonna take more than a good kick to get in there.
and busted distillery.
No! The triple distilled gelignite has been unleashed. It'll devour the old town. Oh, I ain't touching that with me bare hands. I like me fingers too much.
Let's see. I guess I'm gonna have to take the bumper, and it seems like probably nothing else. Let's look at the TV here.
Always meant to come back here with Murder Most Moist 11. Now we'll never know the true joy of moving pictures. Always meant to come.
And see, double clicking it does the same as single clicking it.
I thought bumpers were supposed to protect the car from damage on impact. Lies.
Take the bumper.
Well, I'm sure I can find a use for this.
Maybe we use the bumper with this.
Strong little bugger.
So,
There goes my no claims bonus.
so it looks like we can probably leave.
Leave? I just flew through a windscreen to get in here. I ain't just walking back outside.
So there actually may not be anything left. This may be its whole separate section.
Barnsley Noble.
Ah, Detective Inspector Hector. I heard the familiar sound of the wanton destruction of municipal property downstairs and knew you must have arrived.
It's game over, bucko. Was it Shakespeare who said no noble deed goes unpunished? I had you pegged as a baddie from the first time I met you in episode 1. Your Johnny Rainbow braces belied the abject fear of in your hairy gob. Let's go with this simple one.
Game's over, bucko.
Game's over, bucko? You've had days to think of witty banter, and that's all you've been able to come up with?
I had a literary quote all ready to go, but I thought it would have sounded a bit rehearsed coming from me.
Cretin.
Ponce.
So this is just pick one for all time. Before you destroy this, I have one question for you. Drop that whatever you got in your hand and kick it across the floor to me. You probably never get away with this. You seem busy and won't keep you any longer. Let's ask one question.
Before you destroy us all, I just have one question for you.
I'm all ears.
But chances are that question will lead to more questions.
That's okay. I love a good chit-chat.
What was the point of all those useless quits? What was the exact moment in your life that made you such an unhappy man? What exactly is in those badges? I'll stall for time later. Let's ask all these questions.
What was the point of all those useless quests you had me on?
Surely you've worked it all out by now.
Let's pretend I'm a complete dullard and I haven't yet.
Shouldn't be too hard to imagine. Ask away.
Why'd you make me fix the clock?
Why'd you make me fix the clock?
I'd think that was the most obvious.
Try me.
I trust that since you escaped the death tank, you found your way into my lab at the farm, yes? You heard the notes and saw the fate of the poor badger. Now, where best to play those notes for a whole town to succumb to them? Ah, the sound of the pealing bells ringing across the sky will, to me, be the sweet sound of rebirth.
Why'd you make me tear down the Exotico? May it rest in peace.
Setting aside the fact that the Exotico was the physical manifestation of at least 5 of the deadly sins, and the fact that it was run by that horrible, glutinous sloth, Filthy Rich. Now, have you ever taken the time to speak to Filthy Rich? He's actually rather nice. And the fact that it represented everything that was wrong with the Clappers Wreake Chamber of Commerce. I needed that.
No, you're trying to say you wanted to get your hands all over Filthy Rich's massive throbbing pole.
Not in those exact words, but yes. You see, the bells are good, but to amplify the vibration of the bells to carry across the entire town,
you needed an enormous vibrator.
I needed the intense output of waves it provided to...
Your plan for the destruction and rebirth of a sinful town hinged on your acquisition of an enormous sex toy?
Well, yes. Kind of ironic, isn't it?
Alright. Where the hell's my 2,500 quid?
Where the hell is my 25,000 quid?
Why, how do you think I funded this lovely festival?
Boy, can't get much for 25 large these days.
Most of it went on the band.
Never mind, I get it now.
Never mind, I get it.
So, next question here.
What was the exact moment in your life that made you such an unhappy little man?
Oh, Hector, are you profiling me like an actual real detective?
No, I just want some backstory I can taunt you with later.
Well, since you're being so uncouth about it, I'll make this long and dull.
Please don't.
Ah, what the hell? Ball bags, what have I done?
Back when I was but a young lad.
Yeah, town went ugly on you. Look, we did all this back at the building.
Oh, yes, right, we did. I'll skip ahead to college. As the town was quickly descending into the moral cesspit of peccadillo, I had ascended to the top of my class at Clappers Wreake Polytechnic.
Ha! Top of his class? They give out diplomas like we give out parking tickets.
I graduated with honors, with a double major in hospitality and biochemistry. I was ready to challenge the world. Despite offers from all over the country, I made a beeline for the Clappers Wreake Tourism Board. I was going to do my best to turn this town around and make it a place to be proud of again. I had fresh ideas, new campaigns to bring in the tourist in droves, drive up the economy and the town's sense of self-worth. If only they'd listened to me then.
It had a little
The town
I
got
care
worse.
button.
All tourism funding was poured into the ill-fated Clappers Wreake Charity Casino, and so began the avalanche effect. Crime, corruption, sin, debauchery. The town had slipped down a canyon so low that there was no way out. Except to keep digging, of course. Digging until you get so low you emerge out the bottom. And that's where Arsenal will punch through.
Final question line here.
What exactly is in those badges?
Ready for another flashback?
Alright, I guess.
Alright, get on with it.
He seems to be controlling it with that dead man
After the
switch.
collapse of the tourist board, I hung up my hospitality coat in favor of my other college major, biochemistry.
It's not even
You see,
showing me a picture.
I had a profound vision. Tell me, Hector, what is it that makes some people cheerful and others grumpy?
Parental approval, constant rejection, accessibility to pharmaceuticals?
Accessibility to pharmaceuticals? You're actually not that far off. It's a chemical imbalance in the brain. Take any behavioral disorder, autism, Asperger's, OCD, ADHD, all can be modified by restoring a chemical balance to the brain through medication.
Right, so if it works for them, why not arseholes too?
Exactly. What if I could isolate the gene or synapse that causes impoliteness, sarcasm, general ill will?
You'd be putting me out of a job.
But isn't that a good thing?
Not to my wallet. I'd have to learn an actual skill, like timber joinery or Microsoft bleeding Excel.
After years of searching, I finally located the corner of the brain responsible for rudeness, disrespect, and deceit. I dubbed it the occipital lobe.
I would have gone for the ectoral cortex myself.
I haven't met you yet. Once I'd found that, my goal was to synthesize a counter-agent, Nicetol. Anyone exposed to Nicetol would have the occipital lobe physically shrink and become, in a word, nice. But what I discovered was quite the opposite. You see, it's much easier to enhance the qualities of the occipital lobe rather than suppress them. I carried out illicit tests on animals and in some cases humans, and everything and everyone became angrier, meaner, less patient, and more violent.
In short, a complete arse.
Yes,
So, in attempting to create Nicetol, you actually created...
arsenal, buckets of it. Enough for every man, woman, and child in the town 10 times over.
So, that's your plan? You're gonna turn everyone in the town into assholes? What do you expect what do you expect to happen once the bells go off? Why don't you just move to Nuquay or something? Let's ask this question.
So what do you expect to happen once the bells go off?
Chaos, disorder, mayhem, wanton destruction, and yes, murder. The town will devour itself in its own horrendous bastardness, the likes of which not even you could imagine.
I don't know. You should see my dreams.
Then, when the whole town lies dead, I'll emerge triumphant from my tower and build a happier, friendlier Clappers Wreake from its ashes. Claptopia.
Where will you get the happy people from to repopulate it?
Canada.
Oh yeah, they're good people, except the French, of course.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
So we asked that question. Let's ask this question and this question and this.
So that's your
A
plan?
lot of talking
You're gonna
going
turn
on
everyone
right
in
now.
town into arseholes? Yes, an entire town of raving, vicious, amoral bastards. How will you know it worked? Because I'll be up here watching as the whole town boils over in a horrible, bloody death match. I've decided that this town is beyond saving, so I've decided to wipe the slate clean and start again. Why don't you just move to Newquay or something? Why should I be the one who has to move? I'm the nice guy. You're kind of going against the grain a bit. This is my town, and you've all ruined it. So I'm going to ruin it back. That's a bit immature. You dare to call me immature? Tosspot. Your stories are the delusional, ludicrous gibberings of a raving half-wit. Where have I heard that before? I think I said something like that to you back at the building. It was such a well-phrased insult, I thought I'd use it again.
So we've asked all these questions now.
I'll stall for time later. Stuff to do with that.
So we asked questions. That was just this very first line of conversations, and we've got 2 more.
Drop that whatever you've got in your hand and kick it across the floor to me. What's this? You don't want me to do that. Indeed I do. You see, it's called a dead man's switch. How appropriate. It means that if I let go of it, the detonation sequence begins immediately. So if I die, or I'm knocked unconscious, or even just startled by a small bird, it's bye-bye Clappers Wreake.
Which is, I imagine that's how this ends. Anyways. I don't think I want to do Boo quite yet. I want to do this one.
Why don't you just wedge it between your arse cheeks nice and tight and waddle over to me? Believe me, Hector, the only reason I haven't released arsenal upon the town since you arrived is because I'd like to see you perish along with the rest of those imbeciles. Plus, it's scheduled for 10 o'clock and I'd like to be punctual. You'll probably never get away with this. Probably. I'll try my absolute best to stop you, but I have my doubts that I'll succeed. Well, it's good to be honest.
I've got this place surrounded.
I've got this place surrounded. Please, Hector, you're not that fat. Why, I don't know.
Come with me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to live. I was going to say the same to you, and then I thought about how little I wanted to spend the last days of Clappers Wreake with only you for company, so I just kept my mouth shut.
We're just doing lines from movies now.
Of all the tosses in the world, I had to run into you. But Hector, you didn't just run into me. I engineered our meeting from the beginning. Remind me to thank you properly later. Better do it now. Doubt you'll be alive later to do it properly. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Is that an actual threat or a random hackneyed catchphrase that you're just supposed to say in situations like this? Your move, creep. I'll buy that for $1. Thank you for your cooperation.
And we've gone full circle there.
You seem busy, I won't keep you any longer.
Can we get the moonshine jug?
There's the old clocksmith's moonshine jug. Ugh, empty, that old lush.
Look at the clock
Great.
face.
I'm back where I started. If I get any closer, Barnsley will set off the device.
And so we can look at the enormous vibrator.
So, that's what he needed the pawn shop demolished for. And it all comes together. That's a marvel of modern engineering, that is. I can't even work me digital cable. Old Clappy hasn't looked this shiny since the Blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5 bells. We're doomed.
So we've got 2 jugs. We've got a
If I
jug.
leave, Barnsley's long gone.
I'm sticking around to see this one through.
So I can't do anything right now.
Tosser.
So let's talk to him, I guess.
Can I please have that detonator? Of course not. I said please, that was really odd for me.
Oh wow, Hector, you've taught me that even you can learn from your mistakes and find politeness inside.
So can I have the detonator?
No.
Toss bag.
Hmm.
You seem busy, I won't keep you any longer.
Maybe we use the bumper on the
All
clock
those things
face.
together, not bloody lightly.
Maybe we just use the moonshine jug
Now
on the
you're
clock
just being
face.
stupid.
The bumper with Barnsley.
No way I could whack him before he got to that button. It'd feel good though.
Moonshine jug.
Me aim's not that good. Plus, I don't want him setting anything off until I've thought of a way to harm him in the process.
Maybe we moonshine jug the.
Can't be asked.
Maybe we hit the bumper with this.
What are you, an idiot?
I really don't know
Imagine
what.
that'd do much, except hurt me ears a bit. Wouldn't even make a dent.
Maybe I'm supposed to hit the smaller bell.
I can't combine those things.
Maybe I'm supposed to hit the bigger
Can't
bell.
imagine that'd do much, except hurt me ears a bit. Wouldn't even make a dent.
So what am I supposed to do?
Hold off on Armageddon just a few more minutes. I'm making popcorn downstairs. Right, there's got to be something around here I can use to unequivocally monkey up his detonator, what's it? Wonder where that clocksmith fella got off to. Probably airdropped him into downtown Tehran. They'll take anybody these days.
So this with the distillery, maybe I can get some alcohol out of it still. Like one drop.
One drop? I was hoping for the ultimate Molotov cocktail to bung up his device. Still, drunkards can't be choosers. Best to save it for something small.
So maybe now I can use this to dissolve the padlock. But yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm going back to the carnival. We may be closer to the end than it
Sometimes a drink is
seems.
all you need. Imagine what this could do for the chrome on me caravan.
That dissolved
Let's see if there's anything
everything.
useful in it.
Ruddy little Borko from the Preservation Society. I'll rip the Borko bloody smile from his Borko bloody Borko face. I'll... Oh, hello. It's you.
No, nothing useful in here.
Let's look in a couple.
Nothing in there worth pilfering, unless we can dismantle an acoustic detonator with a flannel shirt.
I once took down an entire Icelandic conflict vessel with the brake pin in me wheelchair and half a toilet roll.
I don't suppose you have either of those on you, do you?
Nope. I used the last of it just now in the closet.
Definitely not worth searching further then.
Oh, I'd best avoid it until cleaning lady gets here on Monday.
Let's use the bumper with the clocksmith head.
Strong little bugger. Hang on. What was that noise in your head?
What's this? Yeah, just another one of me old war stories. You don't want to hear it, I don't expect.
No, not really. But I guess I'm gonna have to.
Are you kidding? I love your stories.
In episode 1, we had to listen to this guy,
All right then. It were night.
so we'll be nice and
Surrounded on
listen
all
to him.
sides, including above and below. Explosions coming from all directions. I was in the larder, trying to put together late supper for 800 injured soldiers. They called me Cookie. No time for imagination back then.
Is this going to be a long one?
Then suddenly, bang! Bloody Borko shot right through the hull. Non-perishables flying everywhere. Nowhere to hide. No escape.
So he was a cook.
Tin of chicken Vienna sausages lodged in me head. Still there to this very day.
Wow, I'm surprised they didn't make a movie of that.
Jerry Bruckheimer's working on it as we speak.
Can I see the tin? Question mark.
Can I see the tin? Oh, boy, oh, it's a gruesome sight for little eyes such as yours. I dare you to look upon this.
Wow. Who told you it was a tin of sausages?
Ha! Doctors told me not to worry too much about it. Why?
Because it ain't a tin of sausages.
It's a grenade.
It's an unexploded bomb.
You what?
Probably told you not to worry because they figured you'd be dead in an hour.
That explains why they put me in a ward by myself.
Let's see. On your feet, soldier.
On your feet, soldier.
Eh? What? Corporal Flack? Sir! Sir, with all due respect, sir, I am standing at as full attention as I am capable, sir. Oh, wait, it's just you. Excuse me while I sit back down in disrespect.
Let's see if we can get him to go save the day.
There's a crazed terrorist up in your clock about to unleash hell upon the town.
Serves them bloody right, I say. Call me when the smoke clears. And get the door on your way out.
Quit your belly aching and get up those stairs on the double.
Stairs? Ha! Have you taken a look at me lately? With your good eye? Last time I did bloody stairs, I was being pushed by Winston Churchill.
Forcefully and down, I reckon.
How'd you get up there to fix the clock, then? Good question.
If you don't do stairs, how'd you get up there to fix the clock?
Same way I always do. Oh,
Which is how exactly?
all right. There's a dumb waiter behind the distillery.
Dumbwaiter, where does it go?
Dumbwaiter? Where does it go?
Opens out onto the roof. From there I take the platform down and get in through window to clock face.
Perfect. I can get onto the roof, and then when that smug son of
I
a...
don't mean to ruin your climax, but the dumbwaiter only seats one, and that's me.
Well, let's see. Can I hit escape right now? No, I can't.
Sit tight.
I always do. I lost my lower intestine in war.
So, we're in a weird position again because very, very possibly we're going to just do a couple more things and then we're going to end the game. Or, it could be a lot more. Although, I really don't feel like it should have been a lot more. Already, episode 3 is feeling more like episode 3.5. Because this is going on for a long time. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me further, click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a button that says support this channel. Wait, no, that's the old ending. They got rid of that button, or they're getting rid of that button. Please follow and friend me on all the social media links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.